Hello, I'm Charles Gross.
And I'm Leslie Hoban Blake.
Welcome to Critic Circle. Today we are going to talk about One Night in Miami, written by Kemp Powers based on his play of the same name and directed by Regina King. Now, this goes back into the 60s. I think last time we talked about what happened in 1968 with the trial of the Chicago 7. This is an meeting that takes place in 1964 between Cassius Clay, probably better known as Muhammad Ali, Malcom X, the Nation of Islam minister, Jim Brown, one of the great football stars of all time, and Sam Cooke, a singer and producer. This was the night that Cassius Clay, who would soon come out and announce his conversion to being a Muslim and change his name to Muhammad Ali, won his first heavyweight championship. And they are all celebrating at Clay's Hotel. But it gives the discussions go to, where are we going? Where are the black people in America going? And what is next for us? And the argument is really chiefly between Malcom X and Sam Cooke. X having his philosophy, Cooke basically promoting entrepreneurship, leadership, business.
So is Jim Brown. Jim Brown is also an entrepreneur at that time. He's leaving football to become a movie star.
Right. Well, but Cooke is signing up other people. In fact, we talked about Ma Rainey's Black Bottom a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't help thinking it's a shame that Sam Cooke and Levy from Ma Rainey never met.
Right.
Because Cooke is signing up artists, he's producing them, but he's letting them hold on to the work, at least in this incarnation. X is at the crossroads. He's thinking about leaving the Nation of Islam, which has Cassius Clay very concerned because he's about to make a major step, and he's saying, wait, if you're not sure about this, how do you expect me to be?
And also, if you leave the Nation of Islam, where am I going to be? If I join it, where am I going to be without you?
Yeah,
they're very good friends.
And this reminded me, if nothing else, it felt like it was August Wilson's 11th play, and I have to tell you that's very high praise. I love the way these men are portrayed. I really didn't know much about Jim Brown or Sam Cooke. Certainly, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali was very lone. Malcom X also, although less so. I loved Eli Gore's portrayal as Clay, written and portrayed spot on.
Well, I really have to take issue with you, Charlie, on the thing about August Wilson, because we just saw Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and the thing about Ma Rainey was that the language was so wonderful and rich and crunchy. This young man, Kemp, I'm really happy that he has a chance to do this at such a high level with such a great cast, but it's not August Wilson. It's very preachy. It makes its points over and over again. Wilson got things in sideways. You got to tell what was going on. He didn't stand there and say, and now we're going to cheat Ma Rainey out of her money. But it didn't go that way. The people acted these things out. And this guy is making the mistakes that a young playwright makes. They're not terrible. The play is not awful, but it isn't August Wilson. It's not up to that standard. It's good. It's not great.
As I would have added, the one difference is where it comes to the ending. It's everything. He reaches a peak and then he just can't quite find a way to finish. The finish is very anticlimactic. But during the discussions, when these four men are in the room together, or at the beginning when we have this wonderful scene where Jim Brown is back in his southern town and one of his white neighbors, oh, we support you, we love you. Oh, I can't let you into my house. It does.
The N-word too.
Yes,
the cast is amazing on this. Mm-hmm. Many people with not just stage credits, but Tony Award winners. We have Leslie Odom Jr. playing Sam Cooke. Jeremy Pope has the small role of Jackie Wilson, a two-time Tony nominee and the only person ever to be nominated for a straight play and a musical in the same season. We have Joanna Kalukogo playing Betty Shabazz. Now, she was in Slave Play. She's been nominated. Of course, we don't know whether she's going to win anything.
Kingsley Ben-Adir is Malcom X. Aldous Hodges, Jim Brown. Jim Brown, by the way, is the only one of the four who is still alive.
Yes.
Malcolm X and Sam Cooke would be dead, I think, roughly within a year after this meeting took place.
Yes.
Nice.
Anyway, I think for a first-time director, Regina King did a brilliant job.
Yes.
It's basically a bunch of guys sitting in a room, which is in a way what August Wilson did too, but it's what they're saying and how they're saying it. And it's just a little too preachy for me, but on a scale of excellent, I would give it very good. I wouldn't give it excellent, but I would give her first movie excellent.
I will tell you, at one point I would have given it excellent, but again, I agree with the ending is not quite as sharp as I would have liked to have seen it. So I think you're actually accurate on very good, but I stand, if it's not August Wilson, it is shades of August Wilson with these characters. And I would like to see more from this playwright, either on stage or on screen.
Yes, I'd like to see more too. What specifically though was it that you didn't like about the ending? What part of it seemed not right to you?
It wasn't so much that it wasn't right. It was the logical conclusion I support, but it lacked any drama.
You had Cassius Clay
it lacked, coming out as
Muhammad Ali in front of this gigantic cast of the
which was a foregone conclusion. It just seemed like you'd think it would be necessary, but I'm not so sure. I'm not sure it was.
Visually excellent. I thought it really made a good visual point.
Visually, it looked nice, but it just maybe if we had seen more of the others, again, it seemed anticlimactic. The drama all took place in that room. Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. Am I really going to go through with this? And he already has made the. He already has made the announcement.
They took them out of the room. Charlie, you're not right. It wasn't all in the room because they went to the southern town. They had the fight. They had the scene at the Nation of Islam. I mean, there were places. Malcolm goes home to Betty, and they talk. The problem is there's too much talk. It really is. I mean, there's talk and there's talk. If you have the kind of talk that Wilson does, you don't mind it. Here, I'm going like, okay, get to the point. Okay, you made that point. Get to the next point. So what I'm trying to say, Charlie, is that it's a very polemical play. It makes its point over and over again. In the conspiracy trial of the Seven, they make their point over and over, but there's so much going on. It becomes so interesting with the back and forth. This back and forth didn't have that snap, crackle, pop that I like.
No.
But again, very good. Excellent job, Regina King. All wonderful actors. The actors were fine.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we both liked it. Maybe not as much as Ma Rainey, maybe not as much as Trial of the Chicago 7, but definitely something to watch.
Definitely up there.
And that is our review for this episode. Please subscribe to our channel.
And please join us again for more of The Critic Circle.
Basin Street, that's the place where my friends all meet. Down in New Orleans, in that land of dreams.